Hey everybody, Tony George, DocSports.com. This is your Week 12 NFL opening line report. It's Thanksgiving week. We're going to get right after it. Coming off the worst week of my life in handicapping football. Worst week in 20. I played like these guys played. I handicapped like these guys played. Like crap. Full transparency. Thanksgiving week, we got 3 games on Turkey Day, and then we got Sunday and Monday. We're going to get right to it here today. Indian Cowboy and myself will be doing a show tomorrow as scheduled. Our NFL Week 12 Picks and Previews show. That'll be up around 5:30 Central on Wednesday night. We'll cover maybe a game on Thursday and then concentrate the rest of them on the weekend for you. All picks from all handicappers will be out at Doc Sports tomorrow night at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time instead of Thursday because of the holiday. And of course, we got college basketball starting. We got COVID issues all over the place there. I don't know how that's going to pan out. That starts on Wednesday as well, Thursday. So we'll take a look at those, but not sure what we're going to do as of yet. There's more coaches, and it's not players, it's coaches all coming down with it that have been around players. So that's going to be a Pandora's box of worms as well. Let's get to these games in very short form today. Let's go to Thanksgiving Day. Detroit taking on Houston. Apparently, Houston now can be a road favorite of 3 points total, 51.5. I'm going to have a play in that game, but I'll tell you that line's an overreaction. I'm going to play on the total, but I think. But Houston beat New England last week, and Detroit struggled to 0 points against Carolina, who anybody can score on. I mean, what? Tampa Bay let them up to 46 a week before? And then they hold Detroit to 0? Stafford's got no weapons at all. And I don't think he's getting Galladay back either. If you overreact to what you saw last week, you're going to lose. That means you'd have to take Detroit. What are the ATS on Thanksgiving? You have to look. There's some, and again, these are just preliminary gut reactions. These aren't handicapped. These are just me and you taking a piss, drinking a beer over a fence post. Washington, Dallas. Apparently now Dallas can be a 3-point favorite. You know, I have and the total is 46. Opened up at minus 147. Got 2.5 at Circa. Everybody else in town is 3. Total 46. Well, I have Washington higher my power ratings than Dallas, so it's an oxymoron to go against them. I mean, Dallas can't stop anybody. Over maybe. Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Don't really want to talk about this one because I don't know. I know that Dobbins and Ingram, the two number 1, number 2 running back on their roster, is out with COVID. And what's going to transpire between now and then? This was down. Golden Nugget did not have it out, and the consensus is 4-45. Pittsburgh at home. By the way, Pittsburgh's 10-0 for a reason. And if you look at Baltimore, if I'd have told you this year there was a quarter, you didn't watch any of 2019 football in the NFL, and you started watching this year, and I said, I want you to pick the quarterback out in the NFL that won the MVP last year, Lamar Jackson would be way down your list. People have figured out the RPO, the run-pass option, and how to stop him from killing him on the ground, and he's not an accurate thrower. And again, Pittsburgh's 10-0 for a reason. And everybody else at 4. Nugget just opened it up at 4.5 when they were off the board. So, I mean, Pittsburgh's going to lose sooner or later, but Baltimore's limping in here, and Pittsburgh's hotter than hell. That's a bad combination. Las Vegas, Atlanta. This was a pick'em and 55.5. And now it's Las Vegas minus 3 and 55.5. Over. Must-win game for Vegas. Look at their schedule. This is one they need to win on the road because they got a tough schedule coming up big time. Arizona, New England. Arizona on the road laying 2.5 against New England. If you look at this just from a coaching, do you want Kingsbury or do you want Belichick? I know New England got beat last week. Do you want Kingsbury or do you want Belichick? Giants, Cincinnati, all of a sudden, look at this line swing. Cincinnati, look ahead line was minus 344, and now it's the New York Giants minus 5.5 and 42.5. Do you think that Burrow, a rookie quarterback, is worth an 8.5 point line swing? I don't. 42.5, who's going to score? Giants defense is really good. I'd say under. Cleveland, Jacksonville. I'm not looking to play Cleveland. 6.5 point favorite on the road. Total 49. I'm not laying 6.5 for Cleveland on the road. Put them in a teaser. Get them down to a half. They'll be lucky to get out of there a 3-point win. Yep, minus a half on a 2-team 6-point teaser, and I'll give you another team to put with them in a minute. Minnesota minus 4 against Carolina, who shut out Detroit last week. 48.5. Check the status of Bridgewater. Minnesota's laying 4 in that one. I don't want anything to do with that game. Nothing. Carolina stopped the run. Tennessee, Indianapolis. Colts 3.5 at home. Minus 3.5. Total 51. Tennessee off a big win against Baltimore. Colts off a big game. Oh, man. That's a tough one. Under 51. Didn't the Colts just kick the snot out of them on Thursday night a couple weeks ago? A payback in mind. 3.5. That hook looks tasty. They're minus 4 at 1. That's a global book. I can't say their name. I don't think they're going to give me more than 3.5. You'll have sharps all over Tennessee. Buffalo taking on the Chargers. Buffalo at home, minus 5.5. Total 53.5. I can only take the underdog. Miami and the Jets. Miami minus 7. They had to bench Tua last week. And, there was a lot of hype about Tua, this, that, and the other. Burrow's played much better than him. And now Burrow's out of the running for the, Rookie of the Year, AFC Offensive Player, or, Rookie Offensive Player of the Year. Jets are playing better ball. I think they're getting Darnold back. I can only take the Jets at home, catching 7, 44.5 total. That's just got Jets, Jets written all over it, I'm telling you. New Orleans taking on Denver. There you go. There's your teaser with Cleveland. New Orleans tease them down to pick them. New Orleans defense is probably the most underrated, under-the-radar defense in the NFL. They are good. And Hill looks okay at quarterback. And you still got Jameis Winston backing him up, who's started, 100 games in the NFL or whatever. That defense against Drew Lock, human turnover machine. 43.5 is the total. Check the weather. Denver's not going to be able to run against them. Not going to be able to throw against them. Maybe under. San Francisco, the Rams minus 7, total 45. It opened up at 46.5, now down 1.5 to 45.7 across the board at minus 110. Looked pretty good on Monday night. Got to check the injury report for San Francisco on that one. There's another one you could use in a teaser to get Rams down to minus 1 in a 2-team 6-pointer. Kansas City, Tampa Bay. The line is Kansas City minus 3.5, total 55.5. Kansas City. Tampa Bay is the most overrated team in the NFL, and Tampa Bay and Kansas City is the best team in the NFL. Did you see their defensive backs against Jared Goff? Let me tell you something. Patrick Mahomes is 10 times better than Goff. The receivers that Kansas City has are 10 times better than the Rams. The tight end that they have versus the Rams tight end is 100 times better. And Tampa Bay couldn't tackle and couldn't cover anybody. And Tom Brady scared to get hit. Did you watch him in that game dumping off passes short and outside of receivers that are 10, 30 feet away from him? Because he was scared of getting hit. Granted, Kansas, anytime Tampa Bay plays anybody with a really, really good defense, they're not going to win. Kansas City does not have a really good defense. You saw that on display Sunday night, where the Raiders went up and down the field on them like a hot knife on butter. But I think Kansas City kicked shit out of them, to be honest with you. Definitely an overplay. Chicago, Green Bay, 8.5 at home. This is the Sunday night game, and the total's 45. How's Chicago going to score? That's one of the worst offenses I've ever seen in the NFL. How are they going to score? Play under. Under 45. Philadelphia. Seattle laying 5.5 on the road. The worst number to lay on the road in the NFL. 6 at one point at William Hill. 5.5 everywhere else, minus 110. Total is 50.5. Opened up at 53.5. Look at headline. What's Philadelphia going to trade punches with Russell Wilson? Philadelphia's a train wreck. I know it's the NFL, this, that, and the other, but they're calling for Wentz's head there. They want to put the rookie in, and early lean Seattle. That's it for this week. I'll be back next week with an opening line report. Get over to Docs. We got a free $60 for you. We got some red hot handicappers in football. I'm not one of them, but I'm planning on a great return to a little bit of good graces this week on Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, have yourself a great Thanksgiving week. Enjoy friends and family responsibly with all these restrictions we have out there because of this COVID, which is making a nasty second wave for some reason or another. But I hope you enjoy a good turkey day and stuff the bird with a little bit of cash.